win, ja Boga win, domina ja mi do wina to. Ja mi do win, ja Boga win, domina ja mi do wina to. Ja mi do wia wino, ja mi do wina mu ja wino. Domina nada vidomi rad, do to vino, do vavio, ja pilomina do gabivo. Ja Boga win, domina ja mi do wina to. Ja mi do win, ja Boga win, domina ja mi do wina to. Ja mi do wia wino, ja mi do wina mu ja wino. Domina nada vidomi rad, do to vino, do vavio, ja pilomina do gabivo. mia via, domina nada vidovi rad, gotovia pio, dovavio, ja pilomina dogabivo. Ja vidovim, ja bogavim, domina ja vidovim na to. Ja vidovim, ja bogavim, domina ja vidovim na to. Ja vidovja, dom ja vidov, ja vidovim na dom ja vidov. Mia via, domina nada vidovi rad, gotovia pio, dovavio, ja pilomina dogabivo. Ja vidovim, ja bogavim, domina ja vidovim na to. Ja vidovim, ja bogavim, domina ja vidovim na to. Ja vidovja, dom ja vidov, ja vidovim na dom ja vidov. Mia via, domina nada via.
All right, yeah, nutzos. Let's get on into it. Again! Morning, everyone. Welcome back. We hope you have a fantastic day, not morning at all. Hope you're having a good one. Yes. I'm all cleaned up because it's getting hot and all that hair is making things hot. So I had to go to a fresh, clean slate. That's not so hot. But chat, we are here. We are hip. We are now. Try and finish up these 15. There he goes. Hey. Honey, where's the? Oh, I think it's behind my green screen. But anyways, yeah. So we are continuing our path to 11th edition by finishing up these particular Phobos units. Still waiting on word from. I'm still waiting on my right here. It hasn't quite shipped. It hasn't shipped yet, so I'm probably not gonna get it all this week. Which will be a bit sad, really. Oh. Oh well. Though then again, yesterday was an American holiday, so got a lot of things to wait on. So yeah, we got plenty of other things to start working on as well. Because not like I won't have stuff that I can do in the midst of while waiting for the primer and paint for the orcs. I've got plenty of stuff to paint. I can just continue to paint up my Space Marines. Though there is a slight chance I might end up putting another hold on them because I keep forgetting that, oh, right, points are changing. And then Codex has come out like a month after. And then there's the rumor that some Firstborn stuff will be, rumor has it anyways, that Firstborn units will be put into Legend, including the Whirlwind, which is, I think, is the Firstborn unit. Yeah, which is gonna suck. Anyways, so we'll see how things go. Hopefully it can stay, because I do like the Whirlwind. A little expensive, but I like the Whirlwind. There's lots of unknowns going on here. Lots of unknowns. So, in the meantime, we're just gonna work on what Space Marines I can. So I will more than likely finish these guys up, and then I might actually go into painting. Oh wait, I can't paint them because I missed. Okay, so one army that I cannot currently paint is my Emperor's Children, because the pink paint that I had, that I usually do the dry brushing for, it dried up because the lid did not close very well, or the lid popped open for too long, and I didn't realize it. And the paint just dried up and said, "Hi, sorry, no can do. We're yeah, no." Like, what? But I need to paint my Emperor's Children. I have a lot of units. I have a lot of units to paint. A lot of units to paint. The units that I particularly want to paint are my flawless blades, especially with that new detachment that's coming. So because I might be interested in trying that once 11th edition actually officially hits. But we shall see how things go. That's initially the plan of how things are gonna work. I do I have a lot of Space Marines that I can paint. However, I kind of want to wait till I get. So I originally did actually have it as a goal to try and finish painting 2,000 points of Space Marines before the new edition hit. However, I'm going to have to go back on that goal and say, yep, nope, no can do. And try and finish and basically paint up my buddy's orc so he has 2,000 points, or close to it, of orcs to play. So, we'll see how things go on that end. Yeah. Yeah. Because, oh boy, I'm going to have my work cut out for me for those orcs, because there's a lot of orcs. 2 combat patrols worth, and after the 11th edition, technically 3. With extras. Like, yeah. No one actually knows how the combat patrols are actually going to look for all the for all the orcs and Space Marines. Yeah, there's like a rumored starter Space Marines, but who knows if it's actually going to be. Well, basically, it's going to be intercessors, the librarian, the captain, the speeder, and the veterans. So basically, it would just be missing from. So, interesting. What's this? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that was sent today. Basically, appears just sent. All right, slight chance. All right. All right. So, chat. I think we should go ahead and get ourselves on into the painting. Because, you know, All right, so I got everything essentially shaded up, everything highlighted up for the most part. I need to do just a touch more bit of highlighting with some Corax white. Other than that, they're pretty much done. Like this guy needs just a touch more, just a touch more. Right there, but I also have it on there. Also, once again, I really need like a little squeeze bottle for this. Be right back. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Earth Emily, hi, hello, how's it going? Oh, right, music. Boop, 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 boop. Good, I'm doing fantastic. Just having a nice, chill, relaxing time, painting up some models, getting ready for 11th edition because it's on the horizon. There we go, that works a lot better. That's awesome. I'm in Mississippi on vacation right now. Awesome. Hope you're having a fantastic time. Alright, that should actually be good enough for that. So we'll go ahead and here's my there. All right, where's my right here? It's amazing so far. It's been raining every day, but still it's been great. Hey, for farmers, rain is a good thing. Rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey. Whiskey makes my baby feel a little risky. Backwoods and bogging up my buddies by the Plymouth truck. All he's down. Where's, okay. I am missing a 1 second. Great song? Yes, it is. Ah. I'm about to go to the vet with my grandpa to pick his German Shepherd, and hope you have a fantastic stream. Thank you. You have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Seems a bit loud, I won't lie. Do 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 do. So I watched a good chunk of the 11th edition games yesterday. Learned a decent bit, and a decent amount. They really, a lot of people have actually mentioned this, but I completely 100% agree with them. They should have mic'd up the players. Complete oversight on the GW side. They should have mic'd up the players. But did learn a good chunk of rules. One of the more interesting rules is apparently you no longer need to be wholly within terrain to see through it and to see out of it. That's a nice change. You just have to be touching the terrain, basically. Everybody gets the countering of a keyword as long as you have line of sight, basically. Which is great. Oh my god, why? What? Oh. I thought I turned this on. I should have realized that I had nothing above. Okay, so. My apologies, y'all. Basically, all I did was dry brush the guns in metallic, and now I'm about to hit them with a black metallic. Oh my god, we're right here. Oh boy, it's getting hotter. It is getting a lot hotter. My goodness. I think I need to hit you with a little bit more of a driver. Actually, no, it's fine. But yeah, if they had mic'd up the players, we would have been able to understand them a little bit better. But they decided not to do that, which makes us a bit sad, just a touch sad. So we had to listen to everything through a third-person perspective. Through commentators, which wasn't necessarily bad. They were able to explain a bunch of the rules. Such as the whole line of sight. You just need to be towed in, although it's by a model basis, not unit. It's not just one model of the unit needs to be towed in for the whole unit. You know, every model. No, it's model by model basis. So like 5-man squad, and only 3 models are touching the bait, within the terrain, are towed in. Then only those 3 can see. The other 2 basically remain blind to the other side. Won't lie, I like that a lot, because there was lots of times where I was able to essentially set up behind terrain where my unit, our opponent's units, were only towed into it, and they wanted to overwatch, but they couldn't. Because it just... glad they changed. I'm glad they're changing that rule, because it just didn't really make sense. It did not make sense at all. Not logically at all. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of mechanics that I abused. That I particularly didn't like abusing. Such as the whole line of sight spiel. Because it pretty much made overwatching difficult on that aspect. Like they could your opponent just could not. It just didn't make sense that your opponent could not see your unit. And as a buddy of mine, as Void/Lefty, actually pointed out, it was basically just a teleportation for your melee army. Like that, there is still that in the game. Like they just need to hide behind a wall of one of those terrains. But it's no longer, you just, you can just be on the other side of the terrain. Unimpeded. They've also made another change, and this goes again towards like an infantry unit. And apparently, coherency is changing. You still got to be within the whole 2 inches of each other, I think, but you must be within a 9-inch bubble. I'd have to look back at that again, but that's essentially the gist I'm getting from that. basically no more like gargoyle or wolf jails. At least for the most part. Oh wait, oh, there's the other. Oh well. I have 3 paper towels over here now for my stuff. Yeah, look at that, woohoo. Oh, whoops, oh well. Oh well. One second, y'all. One second, y'all. Alright, that's on the black metallic? Yep, okay. Nope, not. Nope, one more. Alright, where was it? Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder maneuvering giant blobs of units. Means we're also gonna need like a 9-inch disc templates, so that way we can keep units in check. But it's also going, but something like that is also going to end up making screening, I think, a little bit harder. I'd have to double check on that. You know what? Hold on. Actually, one second. One second. So, like, so essentially a 9-inch bubble. Oh wow. Oh yeah. They're definitely going to be more close quarters with each other. That's like a 9-inch across. So screening is definitely going to be a little bit more difficult. But it is a 9-inch bubble, so they are basically able to do something along the lines of this. That's really about as long as they stay within 2 inches by the sounds of it. That's gonna be interesting. That will be interesting. That'll be interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna go refill my coffee. Be right back. Alright, so another change that they're adding is apparently getting out of transports. My understanding, to get out of the transport, your models need to be as close as the hull as possible. Unless you're getting out into combat. Get Grink, hello, how's it going? Long time no see, buddy. How you been? How you doing? Oh my, I am doing great. Just going over some of the rules that I noticed in the live streams for the 11th edition. They seem interesting. Been a while, not too bad, thanks. And as long as they don't say your models have to leave out of the available doors on the model. As long as they leave out they don't say your models have to leave out of the available. No. As long as your models apparently end. As long as your models get out essentially base to base with the hull of the vehicle, they're fine. I think the only addendum to that rule is when they're getting out into combat, which is something we haven't really heard much more of since they announced that. But yeah, you don't have to get out from the available doors. It's just end up base to hull with the transport if they can. Had a look at your models on the Discord too. Nice work. Nice work so far. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Not the best, but it's a little better. So yeah, basically a 9-inch bubble on your models now, especially for like bigger groups. Still got to remain within 2-inch coherency. Line of sight is now your model just has to be touching the terrain. You don't have to be wholly within it. That's a nice change. And then there's the something that's I also like that 2-inch combat range. Yes, you can, and it's also nice that you can actually move through the enemy's engagement range, but you can't end in it. I do like that too. It will make movement a little harder, but not unbearable. Well, not harder, easier and harder at the same time. One second. Ah. Do. But yeah, okay. Also, another change that we still don't entirely have all the details about that I would like. Is indirect. So we know that if indirect can hit all models on the all the models that are within range, even if they're hidden. But if it can't see it, then they hit on 6s. But if you have a unit that can see it, they said hit on 4s, but I'm gonna guess that means that they're still gonna inquire the -1 penalty to hit. Or it's they gain, or it's the -1 is gone and it's still and they're going off the ballistic skills to hit. Because of cover, the -1 to ballistic skill. I'm gonna guess that. So I didn't catch the stream, but I would ask: isn't there a if they didn't fire, you can't see them in the building, etc. But if they fire, you can see them. Yes, it's called the hidden mechanic. Yeah, it's called hidden. If a unit did not fire the previous turn, they have the hidden keyword, and so they cannot be seen outside of being if they're in a terrain, and if they have not fired the previous turn, not round, turn, they have the hidden keyword, which means they cannot be visibly seen outside of 15. Basically, a pseudo lone operative. 15-inch lone up. Yep. However, as they clarified, the indirect is capable of hitting them. It's just that they hit all models that they can't see on 6s. If you have a unit that's able to see them, I'm not sure if there's a specific range. It can hit them, and to my understanding, I'm guessing it's they hit him as if in cover. So basically, they take away the they'll take away the -1 to hitting, and then basically just hitting them while in cover. We'll see though. That's the confusing part. Like we don't, because how they stated it, they said that it hits on 4s. We don't know if they don't mean basically no better than a 4, or if it's going off of the cover rule, which is -1 to ballistic skill, and most units. Fire and direct, those if they can't see them, those units gain the benefit of cover. It's one of those rules that we need to see all the details to, that they did not give us all the details to, so it's kind of sad, but oh well. But I'm wondering if it is still the whole benefit of cover deal, and they took away the -1 to being hit, because the whole Sisters deal, Sisters new detachment, which gives the Exorcist +1 to hit. Sisters, there's a strat within the new Sisters detachments that are coming out that gives him +1 to hit. The Exorcist +1 to hit if there's a visible Sisters fly unit within 9 of the target. And Sisters getting some nice buffs. I like the Sisters. I like the Sisters detachments. That doesn't mean that they're all like great buffs. There's one enhancement that's pretty insane. They did get some nice buffs, so that's good. The full extent of all those buffs is still. They need to get played in order to fully see the whole details. We don't have all the details. We don't have all the points. We don't have really anything, as a matter of fact. So I'm basically just gonna say, if the whole indirect doesn't officially change much more than what they said live on streams, then indirect basically is just a dead mechanic. Because unless they get rid of the whole -1 to hit rule, then the Sisters Exorcist basically will always hit on 5s. And the strat allows them to hit on 4s. but I don't think that would be a strat worthy of wasting a CP on when it's not a for sure chance to hit. So yeah, it's one of those scenarios that we have no idea what's going on. Would suck, and also tempt GW to put a lot of artillery into the Legends would hurt. Yeah, there is rumors that there are a lot of the Space Marine Firstborn stuff going into Legends upon their codex, but that's not a for sure thing. It's a rumor, so take that for granted. Just that, so leave that alone. I think he had the most that needed to get put on there. Yep. I'll touch up there. I think he's good. Also, apparently, I did notice that let me get my yellow real quick. Don't need a lot. There we go. Also, had my last game of 40K 10th edition yesterday. We'll wait till 11 for the next game. Yep. I'm basically in the same boat. I probably won't be playing another game of 10th until... Alright. Oh, it was my Spaceballs versus Thousand Suns. So very fitting. Spaceballs on, of course. Oh, wow. There we go. That works. Alright, chat. It is currently break time. So, yeah, it's time for the hourly break. Alright, y'all. It is time. Yep, it's the hourly break. So I do this every hour of the stream where I simply just step away, take a quick 3 to 5 minute break, run a few minutes for Twitch ads, so that way those of you on Twitch don't get hit with those ads. So this will be a great time for y'all to take yourselves a quick break, snack, eat, drink, do what you need to do, and I will see y'all in the next 3 to 5 minutes. BRB. All right. Back to it, shall we? Alright, he's done. At least with standard metallics. Oh, at least the gun metal for now. Oh, right, one more thing. What next, buddy? Do-do-do. What other neat little rules change was there that I can remember? I know there was a bit more, but I do have to finish. But it was nice popping in and catching up, enjoy painting. Thank you for popping in. Hope you have yourself a good one, man. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Da, 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 da. Oh, right. There was also a change to the infiltrate keyword. Infiltrate and scout. What was it? I think if you had both, you can only do one. Only one or the other, but Scout allowed you to essentially do a redeploy, a free redeploy, if I remember that correctly. Granted, everyone, y'all, take what I say with a grain of salt and misinterpretation, because there's a lot of things I don't remember exactly from the streams. Just trying to remember what I can. That doesn't mean I'm going to remember everything. So please, again, take what I say with a grain of salt. And not the gospel truth. What are we painting? We are painting some infiltrators. Our Raven Guard Infiltrator Squad. Well, hello, Inquisitor Wrath. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I'm doing great, painting my Black Templars to the moon. Ooh, nice. But yeah, right now I'm basically painting as much Space Marines as I can until I get my supplies in to paint my buddies to finally be able to paint my buddies' forts. Which I can't wait to get. I can't wait to get started on that. Familiar to the plight of black armor? It can be a bit of a nuisance. It is plain and dull, and it does take a little bit of work trying to make it lively. But I think I did a fairly decent job. Alright, now while we're getting the others, I want to actually norm oil him up because I got to do some shading with him real quick. Shading with him later, a little bit later. Where's my... There's... Did you watch any of the 11th edition stuff yesterday? Okay. Do, 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 do. I'm fairly interested in seeing how 11th edition actually plays out. Got a glimpse at a lot of the new rules, but we didn't quite catch everything. Like, there's still a lot of rules that still need to get explained. Oh yeah! Now there's the whole, oh god. A fast roll mechanic. That's gonna get confusing, especially with how they worded it. I'm still trying to put my mind around it. So basically, you roll all your attack dice for specific weapons. And then you get all the unsuccessful hits and wounds out of the way, and then you choose like normal, like I really needed to see that one in actual play because that's a bit confusing. Especially with units that have multiple different characteristics and saves. Because if that's like going to be a mandatory roll, then I'm really gonna have to start kind of understanding it. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to like sit down and try and understand it. Because my brain easily confusable. But yeah, that's probably going to be the rule that's going to be most difficult for me to understand. It's probably easy for a lot of people a lot of other people to understand, but me, that's. That rule's got to get simplified. Somebody can simplify that rule for me, please. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Also, the whole 9-inch bubble blob of coherence for coherency is definitely interesting. Did I forget that? Oh, no, I did. Forget. You are the one I forgot to do. Oh, paint the antenna. Paint the antennas. there we go. Do-do-do-do. For those of you who did watch the streams yesterday for the 11th edition stuff, what were your favorite parts? Mine was when Nick one-shot the Land Raider with his hammerhead. That was actually fairly awesome. Rolled a 6 on his one shot to get both sustain and got a sustain and a lethal. Wounded him on the on the sustained hit, and just went bye-bye Land Raider. While the Hammerhead was also staring down a group of Death Shroud Terminators coming for him. It was basically, all right, Mr. Hammerhead, you have one job, get it done. And it most certainly did. couple more things. Okay. I think that this might have slightly dried up just a touch. It's not particularly good. Still got a lot of Tyrannus to paint. I got a lot of models on all sides to, with all 4 of my armies to paint. And my buddy's army makes it 5. So, like 5 armies. But luckily enough, currently as points stand, I only need to paint 2. Everything else is basically just extra bits, extra models. Extra models that I would very much like to paint, but there's still plenty in there for a little bit of for some models. But you know you done effed up when contrast is drying at the top of the. When contrast is drying like that at the top of the lid. You left it open too long. Yeah. Or bits and pieces, or the lid itself apparently did not want you to have some nice looking nice paint. And there's still a little bit left in there, so we're good on that. All right. Let's go ahead and dry brush you real quick. Press point right here. These are some pale boys. Like right here. There. Yes. Build up going on. If I can, I'd like to start getting on top, remaining on top of pot maintenance, paint pot maintenance, because I don't want them to, because like with what happened with my Emperor's Children paint, I think it was definitely one of those pots that wouldn't close all the way due to some form of deformity or heating or whatever, and the lid wouldn't close all the way not unless you like finagled it. And so I had to do, and so I'm guessing that's probably what ended up happening to it. I don't know, but we'll see. Now I need you because I got some red lenses to paint. That's probably more than enough. That one's done. Hey, Dark Maid, Raven Guard are back on the menu. Yep. How's it going? Not too bad, just chilling as I have a week off from work. Ooh, nice. I only had a day off. And that was yesterday. So, very much appreciate another day off if I can get it. But I would also like to save my hours for there's do. So I go back to work today. Do. But yep, getting as many Space Marines done as possible before the supplies come in for orcs. So I can get my buddy's orcs painted up as much as possible. Nice, I'm currently in the middle of painting the new Wazdaka mini. Ooh. wise.com. For my buddy, anyways. But that would be fun to paint. That looks like a fun model to paint. Yeah, I would love to get more yeah, did you watch any of the yeah, it's a lot of fun, but there's so much detail to paint. Yeah, it's a lot like Sisters then. Alright. This guy, luckily enough, I only have to paint a couple of red on him. There we go. There we go. Next up, alright, done with the fluorescent red. Dead Babe just raided with 15 viewers. Hello, everybody. How are you today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Zergon. I'm your everyday variety streamer. Raiders. I usually stream whatever the heck I feel like it, but yet as a promised thing. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chill, relaxing time where I paint my models up to get ready for 11th edition Warhammer 40k. I'm painting up some a squad of Raven Guard infiltrators. Hope you enjoy, because it's just going to be a chill, relaxing time. Hello, Dead Babe. Hello, Jet Black Wing.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you for that follow. Glad you're already enjoying. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all today? It is getting hot in here. So, welcome everybody. Yeah, like I said, we're just painting up some Raven Guard infiltrators. Doing as much work as I can on my Space Marine collection until my supplies to paint up my orcs comes in. Or not my orcs, my buddies, because he essentially commissioned me to work on his orcs. So yeah. Because those will actually take top priority once the supplies comes in. For right now, it's Space Marines Shadow time. But yeah, I was hoping to actually be able to get like the full 2,000 points of Space Marines all painted up before 11th, but that's probably not going to happen. That's okay. They're not my main army focus. Yeah, they're not my main army focus, so I'm not too worried about it. I came for my first commission one day. Ooh, nice. This is my first commission as well. So, yeah. Gonna be, yep. Just enjoying myself now. Chill, relaxing. Painting all these fine boys in black up. Fuzzballs. Brush. But I am almost done painting these guys up, and then we shall be getting to work on decaling them, and then working on the bases. So what's everybody else been working on today? Or just lately? And are you excited for 11th edition? Working on Fulgham. Ooh, yeah, he was such a beautiful model to work on. I love Fulgham. I loved working on Fulgham. He was great. Probably my favorite model right now. Or at least in my top 5 of models that I painted. I'm only excited because I want to paint my first full army and sell it. Gotcha. Yeah, unless I'm desperate for cash, I don't think I'm ever gonna sell my models. At least the ones that I don't have. At least the ones that I don't have extras that I don't need of. Display standard. Gotcha. Ah, yeah. Yeah. usually just paint to the best of my ability until the point I like it, and I don't worry about it anything else. Just working on the final bits of these guys, and we can carry, and then we can carry on. But yeah, like top 5 in no particular order of models that I have painted in my collection: Fulgrim, the Sisters Exorcist, Death Leaper, Ethan Sean, Fulgrim, Exorcist, Death Leaper, Ethan Sean, that's 4. And probably my Nero Tyrant. I think my Nero Tyrant. Yeah, same. I just want to do that even if it's once off. Yeah. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Let me get this guy's rivets all painted up, and then I need to go on a quick 3 to 5 minute break. Mine are Triumphant Catherine, Death Jester as the Joker, the Mask, Lord Vitriolic, and Fulgrim once he's done. I do have a Triumph. I have yet to paint it, but I do have a Triumph, and I do have a feeling that it will end up becoming one of my favorites to paint. I still need to build it. I still need to paint it. There's the. Alright. This guy's done. On to you, but we'll get to this guy after I take a quick 3 to 5 minute break. Alright, chat, it is time for the hourly break. Oh, what's this? Ooh. Anyways, sorry. Good to meet you. Joined your Discord and have to get to bed. All good. Have a good sleep. Hope you have a great stream. Please. P.S. Triumph ruined me because of how many miniatures are on the one piece, but I'd love to redo it once I gain more skill. Understandable. But anyways, chat. Thank you for I'm not ending the stream. No. Chat. Okay, so I will be back in the next 3 to 5 minutes while I go ahead and run a few minutes worth of Twitch ads, so that way those of you on Twitch don't get hit with them, because who likes ads on Twitch? Not this guy. So I will see you on the next 3 to 5 minutes. So go ahead and take the sales, a quick break, snacky drink, and see you in a bit. BRB.
All right. All right. All right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Back to hubbing. Okay. Like it doesn't want to suck up the paint. One more to go. And then I can work on decals. Which is going to take, which is essentially going to take the longest to do. Because that's going to be... That in and of itself is going to be tedious. Alright. That's it? Yep, okay. Alright. I'm officially done painting until we get to needing to paint the base. However, it's time for probably the most annoying part. Aside from painting trim. And that's, putting on and getting on decals. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I need you. Oh, come here, please. Come here, please. So I can get on the battle line. I don't know, I'll just use you. We have... Huh. I'll just use you. Knife. Change my water. Oh, oh, wait. Crap. One final thing. Where's my milk oil? It's for this guy. Right here. Means I'll have to change my water out again, or I'll just rinse this off once I get on. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna go rinse off my brush. Do 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 do. It didn't come completely. It didn't cut completely through. There we go. Do 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 do. find it funny how infiltrators are pseudo battle line. I'm guessing that they were actually once battle line in Codex. But something happened that caused them to not be battle line anymore. I don't know. Alright. Oh, I'm probably gonna need a new Q-tip too, so. Yeah, I think I tossed it. Yep. Alright, 1 second. I just grabbed a bunch. I don't think I'm gonna go through all of it, but I just grabbed a bunch. All right. Let's start on the sergeant first. Do 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 do. No, we're good. Alright, now we're fine. Wow. I got that on there pretty. I got that one on there fairly easy. No. Sweet. Might be a little higher than I want it to be. You know what? I think I'm okay with being like that. You are definitely too high now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Now back to shoulder pads. Alright. He's definitely sometimes take like a lot of work just to get it. Flattened out. Do just a touch more prodding on the knee pads. And then they should be good. And all right, awesome. That's the sergeant. He's pretty much done. I'm only gonna probably get like 2 of these guys all set up and ready to go. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Fine. Maybe I should actually waited to do that on the sergeant. But you know, it's whatever. Might be just, yeah, it's just a touch over, but it's fine. No need to be like perfect all the time. Matter of fact, I'm rarely ever perfect, and that's fine by me. Next. So, like, looking at the amount of liquid inside each container, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna run out of micro set before I run out. Probably long before I run out of micro salt. But there's still a lot in there. So, all right. So now the rest of these guys, it's just. Just the 2 shoulder pads, and ooh. You know, it's fine, whatever. I'll worry about it later. Yeah, and I forgot to paint up this guy's, the bits and bobs on this guy's, comms relay device. Yeah, well. Oh no. Don't do this to me. Oh no. Don't do this to me. darn thing folded over, chat. And now I'm trying to fix it. Now the question is, like, which direction? Okay, there we go. There we go, got it. Son of a biscuit. Don't worry, chat. I was able to get it. Awesome. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Okay. Do 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 do. Cool. This is probably, yeah, this is gonna be the last guy that I work on. Because I do need to start getting ready for work. He's a little, you know, the three on the knee pad is a little crooked, but all right. Decals are on. There's just and just 3 more guys to work on tomorrow. But chat, it's been a nice, chill, relaxing time. But I do need to get going. All right, y'all. I need to get going. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. We shall return to finish these guys up tomorrow. That's all the decals and the base work, and then I will have one more unit battle ready for my ribbon guard, and I can't wait. So Chat, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Getting ready for 11th is definitely it's definitely a chore, but yet weirdly enough, it's a fun chore that I don't mind. Yeah, I really do not mind. So, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. As always, stay active, stay connected, and I shall see y'all next time. This is Zircon, signing out. Bye, y'all.